Okay, so imagine this. You're standing in a gas station. You've got like $8 left until payday, and you're holding a lottery ticket thinking, if I just win, all my problems disappear. That was Jack Whittaker in 2002. He won $315 million in the Powerball, the biggest single jackpot winner in American history at the time. 5 years later, he was broke. His granddaughter was dead from a drug overdose. His wife left him. And he told reporters, quote, "I wish I'd torn that ticket up." Here's the thing. Jack's story isn't rare. It's the norm. 70% of lottery winners end up bankrupt within 3 to 5 years. That's not me making up a scary number. That's from the National Endowment for Financial Education. You have a better chance of keeping your money if you never win at all. So today, we're breaking down the lottery curse. Not the superstitious stuff, the actual math and psychology that systematically destroys people who hit the jackpot. Because once you see how this works, you'll understand why the lottery isn't just a bad investment. It's a financial self-destruct button. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. The math that doesn't add up. First, let's talk about the odds, because most people have zero idea how bad they actually are. Your odds of winning the Powerball jackpot are 1 in 292 million. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but someone wins, right? Yeah, someone does. But here's a better way to visualize those odds. You're more likely to be struck by lightning twice in your lifetime than win the Powerball once. You're more likely to become a movie star. You're more likely to get attacked by a shark while being struck by lightning. The lottery is mathematically designed so that you lose. On average, for every dollar you spend on a lottery ticket, you get back about 50 cents in expected value. That means you're immediately losing half your money. If you spent $20 a week on lottery tickets, which is pretty common, that's about $1,000 a year. Over 40 years, that's $40,000. But here's where it gets really interesting. If you took that same $20 a week and just put it in a basic index fund earning 7% annually, after 40 years, you'd have around $220,000. So by playing the lottery, you're not just losing $40,000. You're losing the opportunity to build $220,000. That's a $260,000 mistake. But let's say you ignore all of that. Let's say you get impossibly lucky and actually win. That's where your problems really begin. Chapter 2. The winners who lost everything. Look, winning the lottery sounds like a dream. But here's what most people don't realize. Sudden wealth doesn't solve your problems. It amplifies them. Let me tell you about a few winners. Evelyn Adams won the New Jersey lottery twice, in 1985 and 1986. Total winnings, $5.4 million. By 2001, she was living in a trailer, broke. She gambled it all away in Atlantic City. William Bud Post won $16.2 million in Pennsylvania in 1988. Within a year, his brother tried to hire a hitman to kill him for the inheritance. His landlord sued him. He bought businesses and houses he couldn't afford. He died in 2006 with $1 million in debt. Billy Bob Harrell Jr. won $31 million in Texas in 1997. He bought houses for family members, gave money to his church, donated to everyone who asked. 20 months later, he was divorced and shot himself in the head. His last words to a financial advisor were, "Winning the lottery is the worst thing that ever happened to me." Now you might be thinking, okay, but those are just bad people who made bad choices. Not quite. Here's the thing. These people weren't stupid. They were unprepared. The human brain is not wired to handle sudden, massive wealth. There's actually a term for this, sudden wealth syndrome. It's a real psychological condition recognized by therapists and financial planners. When you go from struggling to pay bills to having millions overnight, you don't suddenly gain the skills to manage that money. You just have more money to mismanage. Chapter 3. The Psychology of Destruction. Alright, so let's break down why lottery winners fail. There are 5 major psychological traps. Trap number 1, the entitlement explosion. The second you win, everyone you've ever met comes out of the woodwork. Your cousin you haven't talked to in 15 years needs $50,000 for a business idea. Your old high school friend's kid needs college tuition. A guy from church needs help with medical bills. Studies show that lottery winners are contacted by an average of 50 to 100 people asking for money within the first month. And here's the brutal part. If you say no, you're the bad guy. You're selfish. You're greedy. You forgot where you came from. So most winners say yes, over and over, until the money's gone. Trap number 2, lifestyle inflation on steroids. You win $10 million. You think, I can afford a nicer house now. So you buy a $2 million house. But that house comes with $40,000 a year in property taxes, and $15,000 in insurance, and $10,000 in maintenance. Plus, you need new furniture, a pool guy, a landscaper. Suddenly, your $2 million house costs you $100,000 a year just to own. Then, you buy the cars, the boats, you take the vacations, you upgrade everything. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's deadly because your expenses grow faster than you realize. What felt like endless money gets eaten up in 18 months. Trap number 3, zero financial literacy. Here's a harsh truth. Most lottery players are not people who've been taught how to invest, budget, or build wealth. According to a study by the Journal of Gambling Studies, lower-income Americans spend about $412 per year on lottery tickets, which is more than they spend on books, sports, and movie tickets combined. These are people who've been conditioned to see the lottery as their only path to wealth. So when they win, they have no idea what to do with it. They don't understand tax implications. They don't know about trusts or asset protection. They've never heard of the 4% withdrawal rule. So they hire the wrong advisors, or worse, they listen to broke family members who also don't know what they're doing. Trap number 4, the lump sum trap. When you win the lottery, you get a choice. Take annual payments over 30 years, or take a lump sum right now. Most winners take the lump sum, and that's usually a massive mistake. Let's say you win a $100 million jackpot. If you take the annuity, you get about $3.3 million a year for 30 years. After taxes, that's around $2 million annually. Hard to blow through. If you take the lump sum, you get about $60 million up front. After taxes, you're left with maybe $36 million. Sounds great, right? Except now you have all the money available to lose immediately. No guardrails, no forced patience, and study after study shows people are terrible at managing large lump sums. Trap number 5, the target on your back. The moment your name goes public as a lottery winner, you become a target. Scammers, lawsuits, kidnappers. In some states, your name and face have to be published. You can't stay anonymous. There are literally cases of lottery winners being murdered for their money. In 2010, a lottery winner in Georgia named Gregory Birch Jr. was killed during a home invasion, just weeks after winning $434,000. You go from invisible to vulnerable overnight. Chapter 4, the actual math of destruction. Let's do some real math here to show you how fast this money disappears. You win a $50 million jackpot. You take the lump sum, about $30 million. After federal and state taxes, you're left with roughly $18 million. Sounds like you're set for life, right? Here's what happens. You buy a $3 million house. You're down to $15 million. You give $2 million to family members. Down to $13 million. You buy 2 cars, take a few vacations, buy some toys. $1 million. Down to $12 million. You invest $5 million with a shady advisor who loses half of it in bad deals. Down to $9.5 million. You're spending $500,000 a year on your new lifestyle. After 5 years, that's another $2.5 million. Down to $7 million. You get sued twice. Legal fees and settlements, $2 million, down to $5 million. It's been 5 years. You've burned through $13 million. You've still got $5 million left, but now you're used to spending $500,000 a year. At that rate, you've got 10 years left. And that's assuming no more disasters. This isn't a hypothetical. This is the pattern researchers see over and over. Chapter 5. What you should do instead. Okay, so here's the part where I give you the actual smart advice. If you play the lottery, stop. Seriously, take that $20 a week and automate it into an index fund. You'll actually become a millionaire the boring way. But let's say you do win. Here's exactly what you do. Step 1. Shut up. Don't tell anyone. Not your mom. Not your best friend. Nobody. Sign the ticket, put it in a safe, and lawyer up immediately. Step 2. Hire a team before you claim. You need 3 people: a tax attorney, a certified financial planner, fiduciary, not commission-based, a CPA. Do not claim the prize until these people have a plan in place. Step 3. Stay anonymous if possible. Some states let you claim through a trust or LLC. Do that. Protect your identity. Step 4. Take the annuity, not the lump sum. Yes, it's less money up front, but it forces you to pace yourself. You cannot blow $2 million a year as easily as $36 million at once. Step 5. Create a giving budget. Decide in advance how much you'll give away, and to whom. Then stick to it. When people ask for more, the answer is no. Step 6. Live like you didn't win. Keep your job for at least 6 months. Don't move. Don't buy anything big. Let the dust settle. Let your brain adjust. This isn't about being cheap. It's about not becoming another cautionary tale. Look, here's the truth. The lottery isn't a retirement plan. It's a tax on hope. And for the tiny fraction of people who do win, it's not a blessing. It's a test. A test that 70% of people fail. The real way to build wealth isn't luck. It's boring, consistent habits. Budgeting, investing, living below your means, compound interest. I know that's not as exciting as a golden ticket, but it actually works. And honestly, you're way better off never winning at all. I've spent way too much time digging into the math and psychology of why lottery winners go broke, so you don't have to. If this changed how you think about the lottery, or money in general, do me a favor and smash that like button. Subscribe if you want more videos that break down the financial traps most people fall into without even realizing it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.